How's it going, everyone? It's ThatOneGuyHunk here, and welcome to a new creepypasta called Normal Porn for Normal People. So I'm gonna get right into it, and yeah, let's jump right into it. Alright. Everybody knows that if you surf the web long enough, you'll see some pretty sick shit. This is especially true if you intentionally dwell into the dark underbelly of the internet. I've seen quite a few things I don't care to admit to, but one thing I'll always remember is a site called normalpornfornormalpeople.com. The first strange thing about this site was that I didn't find it by actually looking for it. It was emailed to me by someone I didn't know. The email was as follows: "Hi there. Found this site is very nice. Thought you might like. Normalpornfornormalpeople.com. Pass it on for the good of mankind." Pretty standard issue chain letter. Although the URL and the last remark really piqued my curiosity. I was having a very boring day when I got this, so I made sure my antivirus was working, and then I clicked on it. It was a very average, very generic looking site. It gave the impression that the creators just barely gave a shit about making it look professional. The authors seemed to have a very tenuous grasp on English, and the front page was long, boring, and incoherent rant that I don't remember or have saved. The site had a strange tagline, which even today people haven't figured out the meaning of, which was "Normal Porn for Normal People, a website dedicated to the eradication of abnormal sexuality." And from the sound of that, I wasn't sure whether I was here to watch porn or I've stumbled onto some kind of eugenics program. But I was here now, and I was very curious to see what normal people get their rocks off to. So I scrolled down through the rant and nothing. The page didn't seem to link anywhere else, and I was about to leave when I noticed every word of the rant was its own hyperlink. So I clicked on one of them and was sent to a white page with a very long list of links in the form of normalpornfornormalpeople.com/random letters. So I stopped for a minute and asked myself if I really wanted to waste God knows how much time clicking on random links that will most likely give me a virus that will rape my computer. I figured I'd just try it for maybe 5 minutes, just to see if anything came up. I clicked on one of the links. It was sent to another page. This page apparently had totally different URLs than the last one. I was just about to say fuck this when I clicked on the third link, and a video download came up. It was called peanut.avi. It was a 30-minute video of a man, a woman, and a dog in the kitchen. The woman would make a peanut butter sandwich, and the man would set it down for the dog to eat. This was all that happened for 30 minutes. It was obvious that the cameraman had to stop filming and wait till the dog was ready to eat again, and the dog seemed rather sick by the end of it. I know what you're thinking. What the hell does this have to do with porn? I have no clue. I have seen a little over 24 videos from this site, and the majority had no sexual activity at all. After watching peanut.avi, I went onto a certain image board I frequent to play online show and tell, like I always do with weird shit like this. But someone had already made a thread about it. Some guy who had received the same chain letter I did. The image board thread got lots of people with nothing better to do dig through the site. Alright. And that's how I saw the other videos. Most of those 24 videos were very uneventful and considered of people talking to the cameraman in a room with nothing in it but a desk and a few chairs. I mean literally nothing on the walls in terms of furniture. The whole room had a very cold, sterile feel to it. The conversations were just idle banter about previous jobs or embarrassing childhood moments. I kept expecting some kind of discussion about what the people were filming, or what the site was about, but of course, nothing. You would never know these videos had anything to do with porn if you saw it out of context. I will say one thing though. The people who appeared in these videos were quite attractive. However, the other videos actually did feature content which I suppose could be called sexual, is where things got weird. I'll give a brief descriptions of the stranger videos. If you're really eaten up with curiosity, you could try to hunt them down on a torrent site. LickedClean.avi, a 10-minute video filmed by a hidden camera in which we see a repairman working on the washing machine for the first 2 minutes. When it was fixed, the repairman talks to the owner briefly and then leaves. The owner checks to make sure the repairman is gone and begins to lick all over the top of the washing machine. This goes on for 7 minutes. Jimbo.avi, a 5-minute video of an obese mime performing his act. It was actually pretty funny, particularly the one part where he pretends to pull up a chair, then pretends it breaks because of his weight. In the last 30 seconds of the video, the camera cuts static briefly and cuts back to the man sobbing quietly. Still wearing the mime and outfit and makeup. Some kind of obscure fetish? Diana.avi, a 4-minute video in which the cameraman talks to a woman in a room different from the interview room. This room looks like one you would find in a normal person's house. Exactly where they are is never specified. As Diana only talks about her violin playing, she obviously plays her violin, but she keeps getting distracted by something. I didn't notice this until someone on the image board thread pointed it out, but if you look at the mirror in the background, you can see a fat man in a chicken mask masturbating. Jessica.avi, another 4-minute cameraman video. This time he's outside a house, talking to another young woman. They talk about canoe rides. The camera zooms out to reveal the city streets behind them occasionally. The strange thing is, no one so far has been able to identify where the street is. Guesses have ranged everywhere from Europe to Australia to the Philippines, but there's yet to be a match for the street shown in the video. Tonguetied.avi, 10-minute video. The first 5 minutes consist of an elderly woman making out with a mannequin. The video cuts out like it did in Jimbo.avi halfway through, and the scene is now a group of mannequins huddled together in a circle around the camera. The lights seem to have been dimmed, and the elderly woman is nowhere to be seen. From this point on, there is no sound. Stumps.avi, 5-minute long video where a man with no legs is attempting to breakdance on a DDR mat, in which looks like a kitchen from Peanut.avi, but much dirtier. There's a radio playing music unseen in the background, but it stops at the 4-minute mark where the man collapses on the mat in exhaustion. He breathes heavily and pleads with someone off-screen to let him rest. This off-screen person becomes terrifyingly enraged and yells at him to keep dancing, which he does. You can hear this off-screen person begin to scream as the video ends abruptly. Privacy.avi. The woman from Diana.avi is masturbating on a mattress in the interview room, while a man from Stumps.avi walks around on his hands while wearing some kind of goblin mask. The door in this room was always closed in other videos, but now it's open. In this video, the only light is in the room, and the hallway is dark. Near the end of the video, you could see an animal run quickly through the hallway. And finally, the last video we uncovered, useless.avi. In this 18-minute video, a blonde woman from the previous interview videos is tied down to a mattress in the interview room. She attempts to scream, but her mouth is taped over. After 7 minutes, a man in a black suit and mask opens the door, but he does not enter. He holds the door open for the animal that was running in the hallway in the previous video. It's revealed to be an adult chimpanzee, its hair shaved and its entire body painted red. It seemed to be starved and abused, with several wounds along its shoulders and back. When the chimp enters the room, the masked man closes the door behind it. The chimpanzee sniffs the air for a moment, it may have been blind, and notices the woman tied to the mattress. It goes into a frenzy and begins to maul her. The assault goes on for a grueling 7 minutes, until the woman finally dies. The chimp eats the flesh from her corpse for 4 minutes as the video ends. The thread exploded with activity after this video was uncovered, and people discussed it long into the night. When I came back to the image board the next day, I found that the thread was deleted. I tried to start another one, but they banned me. I tried emailing the guy who sent me the chain letter with the site's URL, sent him 5 messages and never got a response. I've tried to discuss the website on various places, and I got banned frequently. The site was also deleted about 3 days after useless AVI was uncovered, likely because someone contacted the authorities about it. The only proof that normal porn for normalpeople.com ever existed was a few screen caps people took, and the videos from the site that people saved and uploaded on torrents, the most popular of which being useless.avi, which found its way onto a few gore sites. Wherever you upload them to, all the videos from normalporn.normalpeople.com get deleted after a while. Alright, so that was a creepypasta. I really hope you enjoyed it. My thoughts about it is I actually really like this one. I don't know why. Probably because it seems so real. Like, we have no idea if this really happened, which probably didn't, but I don't know, there's a small chance something like this happened, like he just wrote about differently. But yeah, that's probably why I like it so much, is because it's so, I only like the realistic creepypastas. Those are my favorite ones, because they could actually, like, you think they could really happen, and you look into it, and you go find stuff about this, and it just, nothing to be found. It just really, like, piques your curiosity. So that's why I like it, and I really enjoy this. I would give it a 8 out of 10, maybe 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and a comment, and subscribe to me if you want to like these creepypastas. So, and oh yeah, and also tell me what you think about this creepypasta in the comments. So peace, have a good one.